not done any videos in a very long time. So I'm going to do one on my F-250. I had to replace the coolant overflow tank on it. And I've already taken the other one out. So make some room here, clear some stuff out. Okay, so what we have here is my coolant overflow tank. It actually has a radiator cap on it. These trucks, the radiator cap is on the overflow tank. They don't have a traditional radiator cap that's on the radiator like older vehicles. What we have a radiator cap. This is pressurized. These do go bad as well. So if you do have any problems or you see like coolant or water or stains or anything around this area, it usually means that this has gone bad and you need to replace this. And that can also cause overheating issues because coolant or antifreeze water mix, it needs to be under pressure to take on more temperature. So for about every pound of temperature, so this thing says 16 psi right there, you can see it. So for every psi of pressure that this radiator cap holds, the coolant or antifreeze water mix can handle about 10 more degrees. So boiling point for water is what, like 175, 180. So if you put this in it, it can supposedly handle 100 up to 160 more degrees of heat over boiling point without boiling over. Correct me if I'm wrong on that, but it's something like that. So anyway, we put this back on. I'm going to I have my camera outside, but I won't have any audio because the neighbor's dogs bark a lot and they will bark the whole time I'm doing the video. So their audio is turned off on the camera outside. I'll switch over here real quick and show you what that kind of looks like. Okay, so we're right here, right in front of the reservoir. You can see that you can see the bolt right there that's on this metal bracket over here, kind of to your right here, that's right in front of the camera. That's one of the holding bolts for the coolant reservoir tank. So that bolt is actually, your coolant reservoir is going to look like this when you go in there. Excuse me. It's going to look like this. Okay. So my camera's backward, excuse me. So that bolt is going to go in right here. And then also there's another bolt right here, but there's these little slots right here and it slides into this. It'll just slide in. And then on the back side here, there's a tab and there's a square in the firewall for the truck. And this just snaps in there. And then if you got the angle right, it's going to fall onto that mounting bracket plate. And this is going to slide in. And then the holes are going to be right here for the bracket where you can put your nuts or your bolts, if you would, in there. Okay, so other than that, it's going to have return lines for the coolant. It's going to have one here, and it's obviously going to have one there. And they're going to use like a snap ring, kind of like a snap ring. It's a ring that you compress with pliers, and it snaps on, and then it stays there. It holds that hose onto there real tight. These don't use a lot of pressure. There's not a lot of pressure flowing through these, but they get hot and they get cold, and the hose gets hot and cold, and it expands, it moves, it goes back. So it needs something to hold on to. So when the hose goes on, you put these clamps on. But these little snap clamps, they just go over this, but you can usually pinch them with your finger because they don't need a lot of pressure to hold that. This also has coolant going into it, or it's diverting coolant back to the radiator, if I'm not mistaken. So, or into the block, or into the engine block, excuse me. It's going to have a snap ring as well. The reason for that is because there's not a lot of room under this. The fuel injection control module and the valve cover and everything are right there. So there's only a very little amount of room, so you can't get like a a clamp on there that you would tighten up with a screwdriver. You would have to put on like a snap clamp because that's the only way you can get your pliers in there under it to put that on. So, and you want to use traditional pliers like these. You can get these from Harbor Freight or anything like that. Obviously, you can't get these from Harbor Freight. They are Matco and Snap-on brand. I wish they cost as much as Harbor Freight because Snap-on and Matco are expensive. But you can get those from Harbor Freight or any other place, AutoZone, O'Reilly's, any of those kinds of places. So anyway, I am going to change the scene here, and I'm going to go outside, and I'm going to put this on, and I'm going to kind of point and do some certain things. So you guys just bear with me because, like I said, there's no audio, so there won't be any talking. You won't be able to hear anything while I'm out there. So if you have any questions or anything, please put them in the comments, and we'll just get to it. All right. Thanks, guys. Okay, so you guys are going to notice that I put water in it. You do want to put coolant back in it. 50-50 mix, something like that. You don't want to put just straight water in it. You don't want to put tap water in it. You want to put distilled water in it because it doesn't have certain impurities that tap water does, that will cause corrosion and other problems in your cooling system. So with that being said, I used water because I'm going to be flushing the system. And once I'm done flushing the system, I will put the proper 50-50 mix in it. If you guys would like to see a video on that, let me know. And otherwise, I'm just going to keep trucking. We're going to keep playing video games, and we're going to keep fixing cars. All right? Y'all take care.